The sleepy town of Khichan has some of the most intricately carved Havelis in Rajasthan. Widely photographed and promoted, these Haveli buildings are mostly empty, as many owners belonging to the Jain community have migrated to metropolitan cities of India for a living. There is little noise, and as you walk around, an eerie silence grips you, with a surreal feeling of being on a studio lot of a film set. The marvels of Jain architecture and design is visible here, in the many ornate designs of the facade walls. Khichan is 140 kilometers from Jodhpur city in Rajasthan. The nearest town is Falodi, which is 4.5 kilometers away. The Pakistan border is about 100 kilometers away. But that's not exactly why Khichan is on the world map today. There is another reason. Amidst the silence of the sleepy village, can you hear the cackling noise? This is no ordinary sound. This is the sound of a species of crane that breeds in Central Asia and migrates to Africa and South Asia in winter. These cranes are locally called kurjas, and thanks to them, Khichan has today become a paradise for bird watchers. These birds take one of the toughest migration routes in the world. Many die from hunger and fatigue of travel over harsh and extreme climate conditions while flying over the snowy Himalayas and finally reaching their wintering grounds in Rajasthan and Gujarat in India. At the break of dawn, these birds descend in groups and perch at a distant dune for a short break before taking flight to approach the feeding area. Both light on their feet and snappingly alert, the slightest of threat and the group lifts off. Consider it good fortune of the birds or the compassion of the people of Khichan. The residents began feeding the few hundred cranes which used to visit the local pond. The birds have their own way of communication, and soon the word spread around, and in subsequent years, the number of birds visiting the village started increasing. It is estimated that over 10,000 birds visit the village during winter season each year. We met Sevaram, a local mason, who is quietly crusading for the protection and well-being of the kurjas in Khichan.
मैं इस पक्षियों के लिए अकेला काम कर रहा था, अब एक एनजीओ के जरिए मैं काम कर रहा हूँ। खिचन गांव में ये पक्षी इसलिए आते हैं कि सबसे पहला तो खिचन शिकार वचित है। नंबर 2, पक्षियों को खाने के लिए यहाँ अनाज मिलता है। नंबर 3, खाने के लिए इनको यहाँ से चूना मिक्सिंग पत्थर मिलता है और रात को ये साल्ट का पानी पीती है, उनसे ये पक्षी गर्भ धारण होती है। मैं चाहता हूँ कि स्कूल के बच्चों को टेंट किया जाए कि पक्षियों को डिस्टर्ब ना करें और पेड़ पौधों को बचाओ। तो इनके लिए बार बार स्कूलों के अंदर यदि जाकर ये चीज़ कहें, मीटिंगें करें, तो उतना बजट मेरे पास नहीं है, ना मेरे एनजीओ में अभी तक बजट है।
These cranes fly with their head and neck straight and their feet and legs straight behind them and attain heights of over 25,000 feet. Essentially, grassland birds, they have plain bluish-grey plumage and are omnivores. They mainly feed on plant materials, peanuts, beans, and sometimes small insects. The cranes fly into specially created rectangular enclosures at the edge of the village, called locally the Chugaghars, where they have a breakfast session for about an hour and a half. They are fed in groups, one after the other. Peacocks are the other dominant birds often seen around the cranes as they try to blend in the breakfast party. After feeding, the cranes in large congregations fly to neighboring water bodies and sand dunes to the north of Khichan. Special songs and poems have been written about these birds in the folklore of Rajasthan. Such is the magic and love for the Kurjas of Khichan.
जाहे मारी भवर मिला